Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another unofficial H3 waiting room. We have some fun today. My hair is a little up in the air, kind of crazy, but it's all right. We're just going to be looking at some stories, doing a little bit of story time today. We do have some things we could talk about, but I'm thinking I'm going to save it for a stream tomorrow, and that thing is the Denham's legal response. And I'm just going to read through the whole document the same way that I did the other legal documents in this case. Just read it through top to bottom, see how it sounds. I saw one Reddit post where somebody said that there was one line that was repeated over 30 times that was just defendant has a lack of knowledge or something along those lines, which is pretty funny. Welcome in, everybody. What's up? The Haley's holding down the chat, for real, for real. But let's just hop right into it. I have one Reddit post that I think is some good context for people who might like Hasan. So this is Hasan tells XQC and Soda Poppin' his cheat code on how to share nudes ethically. If on accident, like maybe I'm walking by and I have... Okay, so we'll listen to it first. They're quoting it.
Okay,
so we
how
agree
good
on
are the
something.
nudes, though?
Huh?
How good are the nudes, though?
Dude, they're really...
How good are the nudes, though? So crazy.
Okay,
So we
how
agree
good are
on
the
something.
nudes, though?
Huh?
How good are...
Brothers drooling. How good are the nudes, though? Okay, but how are they really? Bro's foaming at the mouth.
Okay,
So we
how
agree
good are
on
the
something.
nudes, though?
Huh?
How good are the nudes?
What's
Dude,
good,
they're real...
Brett?
You wanna
Welcome
come
in.
up? I shouldn't shout.
Welcome on
I can't,
all
I
the
feel weird.
regular
But like,
schmegulars.
she's like...
Yeah, we did not... If on accident, like, maybe I'm walking by and I see it, like...
Yeah, like one of those.
That's, like, more ethical, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it's
I feel
like
you,
you're
I feel
directly
you.
showing it to me, it's unethical.
But she's like, I let you fill my hole. What are you wearing? I'm like, sweats.
What the fuck? See, I remember being like a freshman in high school and kids being like, yo, look what this girl sent me. And I remember at the time being like, yo, bro, what the fuck? That's crazy. Not only is that illegal, but it's also like, I think that I just always understood, like, if someone's sending you personal images, those images are for you. Even like funny pictures, you know, little goofy selfies or whatever. Those are for you. Those were sent in a private context, and you should probably keep them a bit private without getting like until you get some kind of confirmation that it's okay if you want to ask. But the way that Hasan talks about it's so crazy. If on accident, like maybe I'm walking by and I happen to see it, that's like more ethical, you know what I mean? If you're directly showing me, it's unethical. Talking about the ethicality of looking at your homie's nudes. See, Alex, that's what I need to put on my YouTube banner now. I just need to put time to get quazy in Comic Sans. Interesting that this is how Miskiff and Ludwig happened to see nudes on Hasan's phone, right? Hasan does that thing of just like, now, these nudes are pretty good. I wouldn't let you see them. But I'm going to just leave my phone open on my desk and turn around while I look out this window. Hasan is so creepy when he talks about sex. How has he not been canceled yet like Destiny has? It's because he's hot, bro. He's fucking hot. Don't you get it? Nah, I feel like when people say that, that's a dumb argument. I do think that the thing is Hasan, when talking to other guys, is a douchebag. Like, you can really tell how much of a douchebag he is. But when he's talking to girls, he's probably a bit more suave, you know what I mean? He's probably capable of keeping it low key in a setting where he's actually trying to, like, make an impression. Because we've only ever seen him in the setting of trying to make content, even if he is, like, interested in individuals that he's talking to or whatever. But let's just listen to it one more time.
We
How
agree
good are
on
the
something.
nudes, though?
Huh?
How good are the nudes, though?
Dude, they're
I'm sorry, just at the beginning part. How good are the nudes, though? Okay, bro. It's just so hilarious. Like, come on, man. He's trying to be coy about it. Okay, but like, what did they look like, though? How were they shaped, though, bro? Describe it to me. Your description, your ability to describe things is kind of lacking. If only there were a way I could happen upon them.
Okay,
So we
how
agree
good are
on
the
something.
nudes, though?
huh?
How good are the nudes, though?
Dude, they're real. You want to come look? I shouldn't show. I can't. I feel weird. But like, she's like,
Yeah, we did not. If on accident, like maybe I'm walking by and I see it, like
yeah, like one of those.
That's like more ethical, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it's
I
like
feel you,
you're
I feel
directly
you.
showing it to me. It's unethical.
But she's like, I let you fill my hole. What are you wearing? I'm like, sweat.
That last part's crazy. Trying to make an impression or trying to manipulate. I mean, there's a fine line there, I think, if we're being completely honest. I've never got that. He really isn't hot. He's pretty average. The fact he naturally has a unibrow really lowers his score. He's fit thanks to drugs, but that's about it. I mean, he's taken the finasteride for his hair and everything. What natural beauty does he hold? I mean, if we're being completely honest, Hasan's a solid, like, 7.5, 8. You know, he's not ugly by any means. I will say that Hasan has what Steven Crowder tried to make fun of Sam Cedar for, when he said he had velveteen rabbit eyes. Is that what he said? Because when he takes off his glasses, his eyes do look really small on his already small head. It's kind of impressive. But I found this playlist. This playlist doesn't just have crew stories. It has some other, like, segments and stuff included. But we already watched the crew's cringiest stories. There is another cringe stories segment that we haven't watched. There is also roommate stories. The crew names one thing each they hate. What did we look like in high school? That one's a short one, so we'll probably watch that one in a sec. Or actually, maybe we'll watch that one first. Ethan interrogates crew to see who's high. That one we can kind of pass on. It has nothing to do with... It's been time has passed on that one. We need a new Guess Who's High segment. We passed 420 and didn't get it this year. How sad. I always found Hasan to just be a yapper, but not saying anything of substance. Yeah, basically. But I don't see how that can hold up in any, like to any fan base, you know what I mean? Like, how has he developed an actual rabid fan base with being so vapid? Not ugly, but definitely nothing special, yeah. Basically. It's wild Hasan just casually admitting to taking steroids in the GQ article. I was telling I was thinking about this the other day, and I've talked about this a few times, that I just think it's funny when we talk about like encouraging any type of non medically necessary hormone treatment, like things that are just purely for aesthetics. Because I would tell somebody, like, I think that if you're going to get like a boob job, right, the only boob job you ever need to get is a reduction, because if you have back pain. Because really, you should love, whatever chest you were born with. I hate my nipples, but I'm trying to love them more every single day. You know what I mean? It's like We have to love the bodies we were born with. To a degree. You know what I mean? If you have some fucking real issues, if there's some real incongruence there, get it fixed. I don't got a problem with that. But I mean the purely aesthetic changes. And I feel like that's all Hasan has, is just the purely aesthetic hormonal changes to fix things like his hair and things like that. Make himself feel more fit. Even though he... Does Hasan really work out? Or is he one of those guys that just takes pics in the gym? I could only watch him on Leftovers. I couldn't even watch Leftovers. I guess he sounded smart next to Ethan's silliness. He played a decent straight man, I guess. That's like a good way to think about it. If you just looked completely past the actual like context of what they were like trying to discuss, it was good banter. Yeah, or there's people who break their legs to get taller. Like, damn, just be happy being a short king. Exactly. Like those are insane. The height will take you far. Just destroy your shins and knees. Yeah, we support all titties here. All titties and all cock-a-links and girths. Tona, you don't need them surgeries, boys. And mask presenting. There's literally a surgery you can get. Like, the only surgery I've ever actually heard of that does lengthen one's penis is one where they literally just like release a tendon. Like, they basically cut a tendon in your pelvis that just releases just basically releases it from place, out of place, so that you can still, become aroused. Sorry, this went in a weird direction, but you can become aroused, but it won't go up. It'll just be there, which is insane. Love the member you were born with. Getting osteoporosis for 3 inches of height. Let's go. Losing all torque for a few inches of length. See? It's a give and take. It's a give and take. What are you willing to give? But I think we are going to start with, what did we look like in high school?
Teddy.
This is an interesting intro.
Teddy Fresh, SpongeBob
Oh,
restock on teddyfresh.com. Out now.
You know what?
Quiet.
We were looking. I don't know what was the genesis for this, but what was the genesis for this? We have everybody's high school yearbook photo, the whole gang's.
I don't know where it came from. What started?
Oh, I think it was just we started with. I showed Dan my yearbook photo. I forgot about it, and somebody from the subreddit went to my high school, and I guess they have like an archive of everyone that went there, and they posted a photo. This is my high school graduation senior picture.
Hit him with the Pokemon shirt, dude.
Yeah.
Because everyone else was in a suit, And
Did they not have a requirement?
nah, they don't
Oh.
care. It's just, I guess, everyone wants to look nice because it's their senior picture. But they look so lame because you're like in puberty, your body's weird. You don't fill in a suit nicely. And these are not like tailored suits. These
Yeah.
are like
Speak for yourself. I just didn't buy suits that fit well, but I could have filled one out just fine had I went to a tailor or something like that. But I was in high school, so.
rented suits that don't
Yeah.
even fit you well.
I think this was a
Exactly.
really smart choice.
I bought a
and
suit, though. It was
ahead
just
of its time.
whatever.
Thank you, Ela. Thank you very much for saying that.
Iconic.
We went to a. I was gonna say it was a Nordstrom rack, but I think it was literally a Dillard's rack. Is that a thing? Dillard's rack. Yeah, there is. Dillard's rack Or no, yeah, it was a clearance center. Yeah, the Dillard's Rack is like a clearance center where you can go and get like the cheaper stuff. And I think it was inside of like a Dillard's that had gone out of business. There was like it was connected to a mall that was just like empty. But I think I got my suit from there, if I'm remembering correctly. We at least looked for suits in there. I'm pretty sure I got it from that.
Yeah, I knew I didn't want to wear a suit because it's just you look like such a phony lame-o. It's like, dude, I'm wearing, come on, stop fronting.
Did your parents give you shit for not wearing the suit?
Actually not.
They don't care.
I don't think they even. My parents were so uninvolved in my life. I don't even think they knew that it was taken.
Actually, I think for my photos, they had like one of those suits you like put like the front on, and it like has like Velcro in the back. I bought a suit for like prom. But I'm pretty sure when we took photos, they had like you like slipped your arms in and then it like just Velcroed in the back, which was kind of nice. But then at that point, we're all wearing the exact same suit, which is kind of funny.
Because
so funny.
you had to go to like I had to go somewhere specifically. It wasn't on campus to get the photo. So I was just like, hey, we're doing photos. I need to check, whatever. They didn't even know that this was what it was. So I think my mom just saw the yearbook and was like, oh, Ethan, something like that. And that was it. My parents were very uninvolved in my mom jokingly calls me a feral child. I'm like, funny to you. I was the loveless child that nobody cared about. My sister goes, oh, they were so hands off with you. They allowed you to do anything. I was like, yeah, they didn't fucking care about me. They didn't do shit.
Maybe it's for the best.
Yeah, it is.
Rocking the Pokemon shirt. He couldn't have even just put on like a plain white shirt. He just put on whatever printed tee was first in his closet that day.
For the best. Anyway, here's Hila, who looks exactly the same.
So was this was your senior year?
Hila's looks like a fucking a mugshot. I don't know why it took me so long to think of it. Put this on Mugshotties. Has anyone ever seen that Instagram? I only know about that Instagram because someone that I know was put on it. Mugshotties, for anyone that doesn't know, is an Instagram page that picks out attractive women that have been arrested and then puts up their mugshots. Kind of an invasion of privacy. I don't think they put up their names though, which is good. They usually just put up photos of them. But it is public information, so don't get arrested, am I right? Don't get arrested and be hot. It kind of it's not a good look.
I guess
Last
so.
year of high school?
I guess so.
Yeah, you pretty much look exactly the same.
I have no idea, but I think that is it. I asked my mom. It almost became a fight, just trying to get her to get a picture.
Just the first picture she sent was all blurry. Or it was super far away. She took a picture of the whole page. I was like, could she not get a closer photo?
And it's like moms do this thing where they just talk and you keep asking and they just ignore and they just keep talking.
Right.
And I kept asking, like, did you tap to get it to focus on?
Right.
I had to ask it like 5 times in a row. It's really exhausting.
Yeah, mom brain.
But she got it. So,
yeah, Brett, those are literally all of the comments. It'll be stuff like stabbed her, killed her ex-boyfriend or something, and then all the comments will be like, I can change her. She's perfect. It'll be stuff like, it's so funny.
it looked fuller in the face, but I don't know what happened.
You look hot, dude. You look fucking good as fuck.
My hair is the same.
I mean, you look
No
good now.
change.
Yeah, you look very similar. That's kind of how I remember you back when I first met you. Because when
You
I
think
first...
she looks hot in that, Ethan? She's a teenager in that. She's a fucking teenager, Ethan. What the fuck, bro? She looks exactly the same. Yo, bro, what the fuck, bro?
I met you, you were 19.
Yeah.
We were young kids when we first met.
But you didn't look like your yearbook picture, so... Oh, I guess because you were older, right?
Well, that
You were, like,
photo of me was...
21.
I was 18.
Yeah, you were 21.
And when I met you, I must have been, 21. Exactly.
A lot changed
So
in those
3
few
years,
years.
difference.
College. You've been.
Yeah, I was through. Dan, dude, you look like straight out of Freaks and Geeks, bro.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
The yellow shirt with the orange blazer does give Freaks and Geeks, especially with the clouded background. Did he choose this, you think?
He's such a sweet kid.
The outfit is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think I picked all that up at a thrift shop like a couple days before the shoot because
Is this corduroy?
yeah, it was corduroy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Epic.
That's a
Actually,
nice.
One of my ex-girlfriends went to prison for domestic battery, not against me, but dodged a bullet there. Okay, well, hope none of that comes to you, Brett. You dodged a bullet. No, make sure you stay clear now. You steer clear of any crazies out there.
I kept
Jacket.
that jacket for a while because I thought it was pretty cool.
Do you fit into it?
I just want to see who this person is right now. I know it's like just another like random person, so that there's no reason to see it. But I feel like they're gonna look like a completely different era than what Dan looks like. Like he really does look like 70s. But then this would, I feel like, is going to look more the period that he should look like. It looks like it's just a person wearing a T-shirt.
No, I doubt it. Yeah, no way. Actually,
You look nice. You look
was-
sweet.
Yeah.
You look like a sweet kid.
Stylish.
Dan went straight from his photo shoot to a Grateful Dead concert. He jumped on the bus immediately, off the school bus and onto the Grateful Dead van to make it to the next show.
Young Zach looks
Zach looks
literally
the
the same.
same.
This was shot like a month ago.
This is from yesterday.
Yeah. No, but seriously, how long ago was this photo, Zach?
I've been out of high school 4 years.
Oh, it's 4 years old?
Yeah.
I guess you've aged gracefully.
Well, thank you.
Ian's is my favorite.
Here we go. Bring on the
Absolutely.
jokes. Here we go.
this is the fucking best.
I don't want to say anything, but god damn. So,
It's the
Ian,
Brit in
how
him.
long ago was this photo?
That was 8 years ago.
Oh,
The hair is very smosh.
wow. Yeah.
It's very. I picked up a skunk roadkill and duct taped it to my forehead.
Is your hair dyed? You dyed your hair black, right?
Yeah, there was a phase.
That's awesome. This is, but you look
Was
so
a phase.
sweet and nice.
Were you emo at this period? Is this an emo phase?
No,
Emo
it was,
Ian.
it was kind of like a rebrand because I just got my
Rebrand.
braces off. I just got my braces off
Oh.
and I
Oh.
ordered some contacts. And then I was like, Mom, we're dyeing the hair today.
This is a new Ian.
That's crazy. I was never really. My parents actually never let me do anything. Like, if I wanted to color my hair or do anything, they didn't allow me to.
Why?
Insane.
I miss Ian so much. I had the bowl cut at one point. I think I have a photo of it I could go grab from me in like an actual frame that I got from my grandma. Low key, the shirt goes kind of hard too. I'm gonna have to grab that in a second. But I was like a little kid at the time.
Did they think you
Because
was too
they're insane.
provocative or something?
I don't even know. Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Because your
Psychological.
dad was like a tyrant. Also very conservative, so it's almost like
So,
Bring back emo. We have a Midwest emo right now. It's just poor people emo, you know what I mean? It's like emo that can't afford Hot Topic.
this is just making me think, like, I wonder what I would have done with my hair, but I wasn't allowed to.
you want to do something with your hair now?
You're CEO now. You can do whatever you want.
Purple?
I don't like purple hair.
Green?
I don't like green
Blue?
hair. No.
Red?
I only like gray.
Gray? Dye your hair white? That'd be so weird. Don't do that. Don't worry, you got plenty of time.
You want to try the swoopy bowl cut?
All my family on like all sides.
I don't know how
sorry, I
you
was
would
reading-
even
It's the
achieve
fish
that.
You want to try the swoopy bowl cut?
I don't know how you.
All my family on all sides has like white hair in old age, so I'm just waiting for my hair to go white. Do you guys want me to pull up your photos? Here, I'll pull up my photo too. Let me see. Oh, Alex, this is a good one. Let me just save this real quick so I can pull it up properly. That is a real good one, Alex. I honestly don't even care if you tell me I can pull it up now. I'm just going to. Oh. I might have accidentally. Oh, it just went to my downloads. There it is. I just sent you my mugshot from 10 years ago in Discord. It's a pretty good one. See, you don't, I think the whole thing is you don't want your mugshot to be bad, but you don't want your mugshot to be too good. Like, you don't want to be too put together because that means you were having like a really, really good day. It looked like you were probably having a good day. You look a little pissed off, I will say. But I feel like there's a higher level of done up. This photo of Alex is sending me though. This is amazing. This is a true period piece right here. Like really plucked from an era. Sorry, Alex, it's too late. Here, let me find the other photo I have. Here, I can show you a funny photo too. I have some pretty good ones. It's not on that one. Give me a second. I'll pull up some ones. Don't worry, Alex. See, Alex, I feel like we would have always gotten along. Check it out. This is gonna take me a second. Trying to find a good image of this is difficult. There's some videos of me in double chokers, but I don't know if I want to pull that up. I guess I have to. That one's just not a good one. It just doesn't look that good. Do I have any old images? In the video, it's just of a lot of other people too, which I don't really want to pull up because of that. Oh no, this is going to take too long. Here, I'm going to pull it up while this is finishing off.
You want to try the swoopy bowl cut?
I don't know how you would even
It's the
achieve that.
fishbowl. Yeah. Hairspray?
What
I mean,
does
how
it
did
take to do this?
How did you get a fishbowl hair or a helmet hair?
That'd be a question for my mom.
Oh, your mom's
mom's a
So
hairdresser.
she would do it?
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
You got the Beebs look going on, dude.
Right, it's the
Yeah.
Beebs look. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That was very in at the time.
That's true.
Everyone
It
had
was.
that.
Did you
The
get chicks
Biebs.
back then with this look?
I did have this
Dude,
for a
in high
while. I'm
school,
trying to pull up another image.
You clean
Let's
up?
move on.
Here's me being a little...
Clap those cheeks.
Just like
The
Jimmy Lee,
hairline's
huh?
looking a little fucked in this. Not gonna lie. I should have
Oh,
straightened
that was
it
a
up.
soundbite.
That
See, I'm
was
getting
I
mad.
just literally just shaved the top.
Wait, were you saying move on or that you used to clean up?
Give me a second.
High school, I wasn't that successful.
No, you weren't. I did. Well, to be I mean, I didn't lose my virginity till I was in college. So, till I was 19. Not to you. That was We didn't even have sex for a while until actually.
I think I still have my chokers actually.
So I blew your mind. Actually, we met when we were 21, and I don't think we had sex until like many years later when you came to stay with me during that summer.
It's not many years.
Several years, right?
This one's from like a couple years ago, I think. Like this would be like 2 or 3 years ago. I only have one choker on in this. My ring's like glowing. Looks pretty good. I'm looking pretty handsome. That's a good look for me, I know, right? I think I might have to go back to it. But see, and then I did the opposite. It's a mohawk. It does go all the way back, but this just looks like it's just on my head. This looks like early pyrocynical from this angle. It is just a bushy mohawk because my hair is thick and dense. Good posture check. For real. My posture's never been the same since. Ooh. I'm using the snipping tool to pull up these images so I don't have to like download them or anything. Here's another one of me with a choker on. This one's from 2022, so it's a few years old. Yeah, I have a choker chain. I've gained a little bit of a weight, so it's a little too tight now on my throat. I've been in committed relationships, so yes. It didn't scare her off, so I think the look wasn't too bad, right? I look like Beerus from Dragon Ball with the choker. That's kind of a compliment, thank you. Yeah, it looks like a pompadour in the second pic. It really does. My hair's never been the same since shaving it crazy ways. So I'm gonna just keep shaving it crazy ways. Like I've said, once I hit 1,000 subscribers, so like and subscribe. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, chat's gonna decide how I cut my hair next. What a good incentive, am I right? And then we'll do a little mayo treatment on it when it's done. I wish I had the right kind of face and head for good hairstyles. Gotta just do whatever. It's about the confidence in it. If you think it looks good, then it will look good. I think this is basically done, right?
I think it's one.
Oh, really? Because it felt like a longer.
Many years.
This is awesome, though.
Ela, my folks were the same way. I couldn't do, like, I had to be
Oh,
clean.
yeah?
Yeah. Like, I didn't grow my hair
The
out till, like,
worst.
graduated high school.
That's why I look the same. So boring.
Yeah, I think
I love
it goes
this
through
stuff.
all of them. That's pretty good. So are we thinking greatest fears? I guess I put which one's in the title of this stream? Rejection stories. That's the one I had to put on. Where's rejection stories on here? There it is.
Like
Say.
See, I don't have any relationship rejection stories, but I do have some job rejection stories that I think are kind of interesting. So I'll let them tell a couple first, and we'll discuss. We'll discuss everything. Chat, are you ready?
All right, I saw this on TikTok last night, and I thought this was just So dirty, man. This is the most.
I actually couldn't watch the mayo thing ever with neither of them. Putting mayo in your head, like in your hair, is crazy. Zach went way beyond by getting in a mini pool, and bathed in the mayo and like rubbed it all over himself. There's no way that was an easy cleanup, like at all. And there's no way he didn't smell like mayo, at least until he got home and took like a real shower. So, yeah, at least I'll be at home doing it. Alex said it wasn't that bad. Alex did it for one of his streams recently, and he said that it was actually all right. You know, I didn't get a follow-up about the next day, but he said his hair was silky smooth, which is a plus. That's the reason Big Ed did it in 90 Day Fiancé. I almost said 50 Day Fiancé.
Say.
All right, I saw this on TikTok last night, and I thought this was just so dirty, man. This is the most brutal rejection I ever seen. And this let me just watch it, and then we'll talk about it. But this guidance counselor, whew, she should be ashamed.
Okay, come on in.
Hello?
You fucking asshole, TikTok. I swear to God, I can't do this. I don't know why it always does this.
You want to explain to Alyssa what you saw or what's going on?
Wait, now we missed the beginning.
You stole my heart out.
Oh, no. Oh, now I'm reacting to this clip because this is just terrible. I get secondhand embarrassment so easily. Ever since I was a youngin', I remember being in elementary and middle school, and the talent show would give me so much secondhand embarrassment. I'd cringe so bad at so little. And this is just, I feel like the counselor should have told him not to do this. This is such a bad idea.
Hold on.
Oh my god.
All right, let's start over. Mother of fuck! I don't know why it does that. Like, all I'm doing is using the trackpad.
Hello?
Hi.
I'm trying to understand why it's happening.
This happened to Hasan
When you
the other
scroll
day.
up and down, when you scroll.
But
on
here,
TikTok,
look, I'm
it goes
scrolling
to
up
the
and
next
down. Why would that? I'm
I
sorry.
think it's when you click on it and it's full
Okay,
screen.
come on in.
Well, I need
There
a
you
full
go.
screen. I'm running a show here.
Hi. You want to explain to Alyssa what you saw or what's going on?
What I saw was you stole my heart, Allie.
Shit.
Would you go to prom with me?
Shit.
I don't know. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Would you consider it? If you think about it? But yeah, if you'll think about it for him. Give him a yes or a no sometime soon.
Shit.
Okay, come on in.
Bro, that was.
See, it wasn't that bad. At least she, she didn't laugh or anything. It could have gone a lot worse for him. Now, see, I was on the stage too. I was in theater. I was Charlie Brown in my school's performance of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. So trust me, I understand how to be a little bit cringy too. But I just think that there's wanting to accomplish something, and there's wanting to accomplish something in a specific way, and I think that is what draws out the most secondhand embarrassment for me. Like, Infabren honestly isn't that, like, cringe-inducing for me, because he understands what he's doing. Like, he knows that he's drawing out these reactions. But when I was in grade 6, a boy I liked found out I liked him, and he said he didn't like me because I was a fat lesbian. Yeah, see, that's the worst way that it could go. But I really do just get embarrassment from people that don't have the self-awareness, I guess, to be embarrassed for themselves. Like the people that truly do not understand the fault in what they're doing, because sometimes it's like, if you have like a bit of if you're a bit of an empath, you can kind of understand how situations you know what I mean? Like you'll try and understand the intent that someone had in doing something, the way that they wanted it to play out, the way that it ended up playing out, and why that happened. And it's kind of like seeing it happen live in like it is like a watching a, what do they say, a train crash in slow motion, a train wreck in slow motion. He's 70 steps ahead.
Was the worst. This kid is dead. He's like got to move. He's got to move.
The counselor thinking it's a good idea is just, that's delusion right there.
He's got to change schools. He needs a new identity. He needs new parents.
Why post that?
Yeah, who posted that?
The guidance counselor seems like she's the one that recorded it.
Oh, she should lose her job.
She should be banished. She should go to Guantanamo.
Yeah.
Straight to Guantanamo.
She should be decimated.
She needs to be waterboarded.
Decimated by her peers.
She needs to be decimated. Yeah, exactly.
Shame.
Yeah, I mean, like, first of all, who would set this up thinking it's a good idea? And I actually do think she recorded it and put it online. Imagine that.
I mean, was it a matter of he talked to the guidance counselor about how he was
for
insecure,
sure,
and she was like, "I'll help."
Yeah, this seems like a bad.
I'm sorry, but you're just a bad guidance counselor. Like, you should be fired. Because, like, if you wanted to do this kind of thing, be like, okay, I want you to go home and sleep on this. I think that it would be a good idea if you really thought about this, you know, we'll talk about this tomorrow. You know, come back to me and tell me what you think. And then maybe in that day, you try and, like, figure out what period one of, like, that student was in, or call them to your office or something. And you tell them, hey, this student is interested in you, or likes you. Obviously, I don't think this is a probably good code of conduct. But realistically, if you wanted to help in some way, you'd probably have meet with her and be like, hey, they're saying that they want to do this and, like, ask you out. I want to make sure that this isn't going to be an invasion of your own, like, space and your own idea, you know, of what you want to happen in your day-to-day actions at school. So, is there a way that you can maybe befriend them or something like that, you know, along those lines at the very least? Because all you did is just get this kid rejected. I'm trying to think of a way that this could go better, but honestly, I don't think there is. I tried to think of a way, but I don't think that a teacher should, student counselor should probably be interacting at all in this kind of scenario. Like, if I'm being completely honest, that doesn't even sound like a good way to handle it. Oh God. Maybe the counselor thought it would be an easy yes from the girl. I mean, he clearly wasn't talking to that kid for long enough then. If they need the counselor to, like, mediate their promposal, I don't think it's going to be an easy yes.
Bad idea. Like, I don't think this was his idea. Maybe it's his mom or something. Would that be crazy?
It's elitist strayer.
But you'll think about
so
it.
True.
And she's. Let's watch it again.
Hello?
Hi. You want to explain?
So the premise is obviously
this setup, honestly, she might have thought she was in trouble. Like, if you really think about it, she got called into this office. Then this, like, she's, like, being talked to, and they're like, "Hey, this kid has something that he wants to tell you," or that he was like, she might be thinking, like, did I say something wrong? Did something happen? Did something go missing? And I'm like I'm the main suspect. It just seems so odd to have done this at all.
Like, she got called in. She thinks she's in trouble. She doesn't know what's going on.
Right.
This goon walks in. She's probably never even talked to him. She probably doesn't know who he is.
Put her on edge.
She's got, like, that weird boy's crush on her. And she's like, what the fuck?
So, Alyssa, what you saw or what's going on?
What I saw was you stole my heart, Allie.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so bad.
Yeah. And then
you stole my heart.
And then she realizes, I don't even know this kid.
I saw you running away with my heart.
This kid's been following me home. He makes me very uncomfortable.
Would you go to the prom with me?
Damn.
Holy.
He shouldn't have asked the second part. After he said, I saw you running away with my heart, that would have been at least a little clever, because then it fits into the you're in trouble kind of scenario. But it still would have been off-putting. But asking her, it was like his final Hail Mary he threw. Will you go to prom with me? The stare you down was already a no, my friend. You gotta know when to take a hint.
Shit. And she looks at the guidance counselor too, like, why did you do this to me? And then, you know, this kid's poor face, he does this smile, but I know that pain, boy. You know that pain. It's like there's nothing, it's almost the most painful thing in life. When you're a teenager and you get rejected like this,
yeah,
I think it's the most painful thing you'll ever experience in life. You know?
Yeah. It's rough. What am I reading, AB?
I'll get to that. I'll get to that, AB.
Oh, what?
This right here, he's like, I'm dead. My life is over. His life is over. Here, let's go back, because this moment tells the whole story. He says, well, my life's over, so I'm fucking dead.
Yeah.
Would you consider it? Did you think about it?
My question is, who posted this? Who posted this footage? How did they get this? Was the school... the school archives were hacked. They got into the school's CCTV footage. This is like insane. Who posted this?
But yeah, if you'll think about it for him, give him a yes or a no sometime soon. Okay, come on in.
Damn.
Give him a yes or a no. She really... Oh my god. This is a terrible counselor. I think that it's just true that we don't need school counselors. They don't do anything. They're terrible. They're actually just the worst. They accomplish nothing. What are their degrees in? Do they actually have like sociology or psychology degrees? Or do they also just have a degree in teaching? The kid probably set up his phone there. Bro posted his own L. God damn, I hope not.
Crazy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That hug at the end.
Yep.
Can I get a hug? He really did hit a can I get a hug though, like at the very end. Oh, Ethan was rocking the Teddy Fresh Looney Tunes, and I just showed myself rocking the other Looney Tunes shirt. Nothing is a coincidence. It was Looney Tunes. Yeah, it is Looney Tunes.
Was that the counselor's idea to hug? Wait, hang on.
No.
Think about it. But yeah, if you'll think about it for him, give him a yes or a no sometime
She
soon.
said, give me a yes or no.
Okay, come on in.
But
just think about it.
He's got to like, this is the villain story begins. This guy's got to join the army or something and move to Japan or some shit.
Yeah. Join an army in a different... He needs to join the Foreign Legion.
Where's my...
He needs to join the Space Force and get off this
yeah,
planet.
Exactly. As far away as possible.
Ethan, have you ever had anything happen to you like this? Like...
Oh, rejection?
Rejection at like a prom or a homecoming?
Let me think here.
I remember one time I skipped class to study in the library and I was sent to the guidance counselor. She immediately started asking if I was depressed and having suicidal thoughts. She just wanted to send you off. She was like, how easily can I just get this sent off to like the police or something? Get the police involved and I don't have to deal with it anymore because it's a real issue.
I've been like, I guess I was maybe, let me think here. I've been brutally rejected for sure.
Yeah.
In high school, not that much. I think I was lucky in high school to date the girls that I liked. But in college, I took some shots, for sure. I liked being bold, you know. I like these bold moves where like there's a girl we're at the food hall that I always see that I thought was like cute and interesting looking. And I would just like work up the courage and I was like, I'm going to be that guy. So I just go and sit with her one day. I says, "Hi, I'm Ethan. I think you're beautiful, and I'd like to get to know you." And I did that one time. This girl, I thought for sure there was.
I went to school with the hug guy, but he'd grab your waist side as you walked the hallway. It was the worst. My friends would avoid him if we saw him coming down the hallway. The school diddler? That's crazy. I think there were a lot of crazy. I think one of the craziest stories from my school was that a guy was accused of rape and sexual assault against multiple girls, and ended up doing prison time for it. And he eventually got out because it was proven that all the girls colluded to get him arrested and that it was all fabricated. And like certain girls ended up moving states like because they were trying to get away from like the association with this stuff, but they were making it seem as though they were moving away. Like it was just it was crazy stuff. That was probably the craziest like just school related thing. I don't know why that made me think of that. I think that was literally like the year before I went to my high school. And yeah, that is just assault though, if a guy's just grabbing waists in school. If you didn't agree to be touched. What did Sonic say in Sonic Says? If someone touches you in a place or in a way that you don't like, that's no good. Right? Is that what he says? That's no good. We're gonna hear it real quick.
Kids, there's nothing more cool than being hugged by someone you like. But if someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good. It's your body. No one has the right to touch you if you don't want them to. So what do? First, you say no. Then
really
you get
quiet.
out of there. Most important, you gotta tell someone you trust. Like your parents, your teacher, a police officer.
Got to get out of there.
Chemistry. I felt like this is gonna work. Mm-hmm. And
I got really lucky, and the girl I wanted to ask to prom asked me because she knew I was nervous, and she was an awesome person. She was not into me though. Hey, sometimes it's just the way it goes. But it's good when you have a little confidence boost every once in a while, because what that means is that you're a likable person. You just didn't have that spark, which is fine too. When I was a kid, like middle school age, I used to think I was obligated to date the guys who liked me. And now I choose to be strictly single. I'm 43. Hey. It's good to kind of live by your own code. You know what I mean? When you've lived by other people's codes for so long, it's good to set up your own boundaries and say, this is where I stand, and stand your ground. My favorite PSA is the Mario anti-drug one, you go to hell before you die. I have never seen that. That's hilarious. I have 2 good stories. Do you not want me to show these the same way I didn't show the image, Alex? See, I was lucky enough that every relationship that I had ever been in, basically, I had stumbled into, in a sense, where the relationships had already started flourishing before we became, a couple. And that basically happened in all of my relationships. Well, I guess my first couple relationships were kind of just them being like, we're dating now. And I was like, okay, sure, why not? Do not read my stories. Now I'm not going to read your stories, Alex. I'm gonna respect your wishes. Did anyone else have a secluded spot on school grounds where all the punks and goth kids went to smoke without getting caught? No, we just smoked in the courtyard. Literally, we smoked. I remember we would also just go to the bathroom and hit carts because we were in the future. We're in the fucking future now. But we in high school, I remember my freshman year. It was 420, and a kid brought a dry herb vaporizer and literally crushed up some weed, put it in the dry herb vaporizer, and we were hitting it in the courtyard. This is all a fictional story. It's not true. YouTube bots. It's not. None of this is real. But we literally were just hitting it in the courtyard. We were lucky that it was kind of windy because some of the dumbasses were trying to like blow it into their shirts. And I was like, bro, you got to ghost it. You got to just hold it until the smoke is gone because you're like, it's just not going to work. You had a smoking patio. That's how it's done. Kids go bum a cig off a teacher and just ask him about his divorce. Have a good time. School's stressful. Here, I'll read Alex's stories now. Let's see. I've only ever used dating apps in my life, and it was a miserable experience. See, that's my other benefit is that I'm engaged now, but we got into a relationship while at the very end of high school. So I've never had to date in the real world. I imagine it's a lot more difficult. But you got to just play it cool. And remember, the way I've been talking to my friends about it is, all my friends that date, I tell them, you're worried too much about getting into a relationship when you should be right now you should be focused on becoming better at dating. At least in my age bracket, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's necessary for a lot of people to remember. But, sorry, let me restart this. I've only ever used dating apps once in my life, and it was I've only ever used dating apps once in my life, and it was a miserable experience. This was at the end of 2020, start of 2021. I matched with a really cool girl, and we were hitting it off in the texts, and we agreed to meet up for a date, and then she blocked me the day before. I went full incel mode and messaged her on my Insta alt. She actually responded and said she was only using the app for fun and not to actually meet anyone. Also, at the beginning of 2020, I broke up with my partner at the time. 3 months later, I deeply regretted it and tried to win her back. I went to her house, jumped her 8-foot fence, and put a JPEG of a boombox on my iPad and played her favorite song outside of her window. She opened the window, and I told her I wanted to get back together, and she told me she would think about it. As I was leaving, I went the wrong direction at first, and then I doubled back. We didn't get back together. That's a pretty good. I like that you went the wrong way. I had to go past her window again. She's like, "Yep, the door's over there. Watch out for the dog." That's pretty good, Alex. See, I have one story of me and my friends. I think this was I won't name any names. We were sophomores I think we were either sophomores or juniors in high school, and I had some friends sleeping over, and we were hanging out, and one of my friends starts going, "Yo, bro, this girl wants to hook up, dude. You gotta go with me. We gotta go," because he wanted us basically to go and just hang out with him on the walk, and then I forget. I think he maybe gave us some money or something because we ended up deciding to go with him. And me and my friends snuck out of my house and went with this buddy to go hook up with this girl. And we walk probably 5 miles, 5+ miles. Yeah, probably 5+ miles because we went down this road in through a neighborhood, across 2 neighborhoods, and then had to go back. But once we got there, me and my friend that went with him, we're just sitting outside because we couldn't go in. Her parents were home, and we're like, okay, whatever. I guess we're just fucked then and just have to sit outside. So we wait outside for probably 20 minutes, and then my friend gets impatient and he starts going up and knocking on the window and being like, "Are you guys done? What are you doing? What are you guys doing in here? Are you just talking? Hurry the fuck up!" And then we're sitting outside waiting, and still another maybe 10 minutes goes by, so it's about 30 minutes past. And my friend goes, "You know what? Fuck it. We're done. I'm going to go bang on the door and wake up her parents." And I go, "That's pretty funny. Okay." So then he starts walking to the front door, and I just start booking it down the street. I just start running, and I just hear dogs barking super loud, and I go, okay, that's pretty funny. And then he comes running back, because I was just like, this is just a waste of time. We were like, whatever, we're just gonna get him in trouble. So pure troll shit. But then he banged on the door, dogs started barking, and then he made it down the street to where I was, and we were like waited a few minutes, and then our friend came running up, and he was like, yo, that was crazy, and he was laughing too, and we were like, bro, what the fuck. And we then we ended up walking home from there. But that was one of the wildest stories from my youth, I will say. Just because he tried to get her in trouble. The first time my friends and I smoked weed together was probably like 10th grade. We spent a good 10 minutes looking for my glasses that were on my face the whole time. That's pretty good. I think everybody's done that, looking for your phone while you're holding your phone in your hand. I just remembered that I met this Italian guy on Tinder, and we went to eat tacos, and he ate the salsa like it was soup with a spoon. That's insane. I would use the app also just for fun. I won't name names for this either, but someone that I knew and that I stopped talking to after they did this was going on Tinder and met up with someone on Tinder on when we were in high school, and I was like, you're literally jailbaiting these guys. That is fucking insane. You're a demented person. You're making these people commit crimes. You should be arrested. The first time my friends and I smoked weed, I already read that one. Oh, sorry, I was reading the spoon one again. So true. But here, let's hear Ethan's real quick. I gotta run it back a little.
Or at the food hall that I always see that I thought was like cute and interesting looking. And I would just like work up the courage, and I was like, I'm gonna be that guy. Right. So I just go and sit with her one day. I says, hi, I'm Ethan. I think you're beautiful, and I'd like to get to know you. And I did that one time. This girl, I thought for sure there was chemistry. I felt like this is gonna work. Mm-hmm. And she just like, oh, hi, thanks. I have a boyfriend. And then the sale was out, and I was like, okay, and I just bailed.
All right, see,
it's awful.
That was painful, just because like you realize, all right, the way I just fled with my tail between my legs was just like so.
I don't know that. I mean, I'm sure.
I remember one time in college, my roommate told me to pull out my phone and start recording. Didn't say anything, and then jumped off the balcony and did a flip before hitting the grass. I knew somebody. We used to be big into psychedelics, but me and my friend were doing acid, and that's how we met these other guys. We're literally just on Snapchat, just randomly started talking to other people that were like on psychedelics the same night. But then we went to a party at their house, and there were a bunch of people there. It was it was like one of the craziest nights ever, was just being on acid and then ending up going on this crazy adventure, and it ended up at a party at these dudes' house, and there were a bunch of people there, and but it was like a kickback. It wasn't like a full-fledged party. It was like all of these people were just chilling here, and we were upstairs on the second floor, and we're at this window in this bedroom, and one of the guys just goes, hey bro, check this out, and just jumps out of the window and lands on the floor, and then quickly runs inside back up the stairs and went, I'm back. And we were all just dying laughing, because it was a pretty far drop, and he just jumped out of it no problem. See, doing it just for fun. See, and that's the thing too, is he didn't ask anybody to record. We were just doing it because we were high and having fun. There was another time when we were hanging out at the mall together, and he told me he needed to clop, then got down on all fours and ran to a nearby store to flirt with some girl. Bro is just asserting dominance. I don't see why you're hating on him. He was probably one of the strangest people I've ever met. That does sound pretty strange. A real clopper, that sounded like a slur almost. I didn't mean it with any hate to any cloppers out there. I get that he means like a horse gallop, but needing to clop is kind of crazy. I had to stop talking to this guy who wouldn't stop calling me Little Bear in Spanish. Just Little Bear, even in Spanish, is crazy. But I asked him to stop calling me that because it was cheesy, and he would just laugh about it. See, I'll never understand, because I understand being a little... You like to poke your partner, you know what I mean? You like to poke their buttons because you're the only person that should know where all of their buttons are. But somebody that just straight up tells you, like, don't call me that, I do not appreciate that. It isn't going to be funny when you keep calling them that name, or like a cute little joke the next time you do it. It's not a very good way to handle your relationship. If a man clopped up to me, I'd call the police. I mean, I think you'd have a fair case there. I felt threatened.
Sure, that felt bad.
Yeah, it felt bad.
But you know, in the grand scheme of things, that's not too bad of a rejection, I would say.
Let me think if there's been a worse rejection than that.
I have one if I can share.
We want to hear it.
So 11th grade, I asked a girl to, it was prom, and it was in our school's courtyard, and I played on the guitar "Baby I Love Your Way" by Peter Frampton. So it was boldy, it was ballsy.
Ooh, baby, I love your way.
I was little fucking Romeo, you know, and had a whole thing of roses. And you know, the girl and I thought we were friends, you know. I didn't, you know, thought, hey, you know.
I mean, you probably were friends, Zach, but that was where it ended. Was you were just friends. I thought we were friends. That's...
You go with me to this dance, and she said no.
You didn't just say, will you go with me to this dance? You sang, ooh, baby, I love you way every day. I wanna be with you night and day. And then walked up to her and went, will you go to prom with me? While the whole school was like, say no, say no, say no. Hoping to see the funniest moment in their school history. And I'm sorry to say that, Zach, but that is worse. At least the guidance counselor didn't encourage him to do it. I will say that. It just came straight from the heart. It's romantic, but here's the thing. I think it's cute if you're already dating. If you're already dating, it's sentimental. Maybe it's your song you have together that you sing for them. That's fine. Doing it to try and woo a woman, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm not a woman, so if it works, it works. You know what I mean? It wouldn't work on me, though. You got to try harder, buddy.
No. Publicly. And it fucking stung.
Well, hold on. What do you mean publicly? Like, where did this happen?
In our courtyard, and people were...
Well, it sounds like you made a whole scene.
Okay, wait. Let me break this down. You're in the courtyard and high school.
Yes.
A public setting.
Yeah.
See, that's you're asking for it, bro.
Yeah.
That's like the dude who proposes during halftime at Staples Center.
That's a little much, but
the Crypto.com Center, actually.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Forgive me.
I just said fuck it. I wanted to go big, and you know.
So tell me, okay. So this is interesting to me. Yeah. So you have an electric.
Do you think Zach asked for a hug too? At the very, like the kid in the beginning, he at the very end he was like, okay. Okay, we don't need to go to prom together. Hug, though? Where's my hug? Oh, look who it is. Where's my hug? The few girls that let it happen. You're setting a bad precedent. You gotta kick him in the balls every time. You gotta scream and run to the nearest security guard. Saying let it happen sounded terrible. As the words left my mouth, it sounded bad, but I think you know what I meant.
Guitar or
It was acoustic.
Oh, so you got acoustic guitar,
Yeah.
and then you have flowers. Tell me about the whole setup.
Yeah, I had just basically got down on a knee.
Tell me about everything, though. Tell me about what's there.
So I see her.
You got down on your knee to
And
ask for the
I'm
prom?
like, hey, can I share something with you?
No, hold on. You're getting
Wait, I completely missed what you said. Ooh, baby, I love you way every day. And then gets down on one knee. Oh, God. Oh, God. No. Will you go to prom with me, bro? He holds out a ring pop. Will you go to prom with me?
flowers. Tell me about the whole setup.
Yeah, I had just basically got down on a knee.
Tell me about everything, though. Tell me about what's there.
So I see her.
You got down on your knee to
and
ask for the
I'm
prom?
like, hey, can I share something with you?
No, hold on. You're getting ahead. Tell me about the setup. You said you had flowers.
AB's trying so hard not to laugh at his friend.
No, hold on. You're getting ahead. Tell me about the setup. You said you had flowers and stuff.
It was just a bouquet of
flowers.
flowers.
Paint the scene for me.
Okay, we're in the courtyard. It was kind of an overcast day. It was during lunch.
How many people are around you?
Shit. 200?
Hundreds, yeah.
200 people?
And like, how big is the courtyard? People are close by, right? They're not like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So everybody's kind of watching what's happening.
Oh, yeah. And
okay, so you have a guitar and a bouquet.
Bro, I legit tried that ring pop thing with a girl once too. Alex, you really run the gauntlet, I have to say. You've done a myriad of different. You've tried many different tactics. You could probably write a playbook of what not to do at this point. There are certain pet names that give me the ick. I remember one girl I dated worked at a diner and got into the habit of calling people honey or sweetie. And when she did the same to me, I hated it. Yeah. I mean, that would bother me because, like, hey, we're not at work right now. You can call me Master Commander. You can call me Daddy-O.
Okay with you?
Yes.
And what kind of flowers did you get?
There were roses.
Red roses?
Yeah, there were roses.
Okay, and then so how did you beckon her to come to the courtyard?
Zach would have fucking killed it in the 50s. In the 20s, Zach would have went insane.
She was walking towards me, and I'm like to my friend Wes, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this. And I'm like, hey, so and so, can I talk to you?
And did you were empty-handed when you said that?
No, I had the guitar in my hand.
You had the guitar and flowers in your hand.
Yes.
And you said, "Can I talk to you?"
Can I talk to you? And then I proceed to get down on one knee and start strumming the tune.
Okay, so you didn't pull her to the center of the courtyard. You just happened to intercept her there?
Correct.
Okay. And then, so you got down on one knee, you started playing Ooh Baby I Love Your Way. When did you give her the flowers?
After the song, and when I said, hey, will you go to the dance with me?
Okay, and so how did she react?
Straight up, no, I'm going with someone else.
Damn, let's go. That's fucking brutal.
That was fucked up.
And then what happened?
I was 18 when I did the ring pop thing. I did not even realize it was a friends with benefits thing. I thought the girl liked me. I went home and cried so hard when she rejected me. Damn, Alex got used for his div. That's so sad. Alex got used and abused. My last boss would call me baby. It made me so angry, to be honest. I think that you can call them out on it, because I think if they don't change it, then you can just go to HR and be like, this is sexual harassment. Yeah, a lot of dudes would be saved if they asked for a date first. One of my friends asked to kiss me on a crowded subway once. Was so awkward, like, no, bro. Yeah, I think that honestly the smartest way to handle relationships is to let, like, because I feel like most relationships strive on on a kind of like a dominant and submissive, masculine, feminine role, regardless of gender, sexual orientation, whatever. I feel like that kind of happens. And I feel like when the more submissive person in the relationship is the one leading at the beginning, I feel like it has a better chance of continuing. Because if you impose yourself too much when you already are asserting yourself in the more dominant role in the relationship, it's going to come off as overbearing, I feel like. I feel like that was a very I feel like I just worded that very difficultly. I don't know though. I do feel like letting the more the less assertive person in the relationship take the more assertive role in the beginning will let you know how the relationship is going. This one nice guy asked me to prom, but not until we hiked to the top of a mountain. I was going to be out of town, so I couldn't go. Then he didn't say a word the whole hike down. See, that's the problem, too, is you got to hold your L's. When things go wrong, you can't be like, oh, no, woe is me. Oh, no, oopsie. You got to just be like, okay, that sucks. Well, we're still cool, right? Like, it's not weird. Okay, cool. Yeah, so what did you think? Did you see that cactus over there? Did you see that? Oh, look at this tree. Change the subject. Make it less awkward. When the person who asked goes, oh, man. Aw, shucks. Really just make it that much more difficult. He never hit me up again. Man. At least you went out of town, so it was like you didn't have to see him at prom or whatever. You just didn't like him. He was ugly. Just say it. I used to draw cartoons of my crushes and give them to them like I thought they'd think it was cute, but I realized how creepy I was back then. Needless to say, people were scared of me. I mean, it depends on how you presented it to me, because someone who just drew me, I would be like, oh, this is dope. You made me look fucking sick in this. Awesome. Oh, you fucking drew me so ugly. I hate this. I wouldn't take it too bad, but I guess it's how you present it might be a little off-putting. Yeah, posting photos on Facebook of you being gone. I mean, it's just you have to show the evidence so that he knows that he wasn't just rejected. I had to reject dates in high school because my mom didn't let me date. I feel like that's always the worst. Because I feel like everybody's upset in that scenario. The girl's upset, the guy's upset, the they's upset. We're all inclusive here. But you get what I'm saying. When you really have to just say no, because it's like, no, my mom says I can't yet. My dad says I can't yet. Like, hey, I was just trying to say hi. I'm not trying to start a family just yet. I was just trying to get to know each other better. I do think this, though. People need to realize that the key part of dating is when you're in school, when you're young, it's easier to date around. Like, you don't need to make it official, and making it official is where you where issues start. When you play things a little bit looser and you're able to just kind of be like, hey, I'm dating multiple people right now because I'm not taking any of these relationships seriously. I'm trying to figure out what I like in a person, what I like in myself, what I expect from myself and from my partner. Things like that. And then you make things a little bit easier all around for the different people involved. But I get that people, you like the connection that you can have with individuals. And you gotta, if you really enjoy that, you gotta be willing to give up parts of yourself to be able to change so that others can change too. A little word of the wise, you know what I mean? A little bit of advice from Cap and Quasar. There was a dude in high school I rejected a few times. He was a freshman when I was a senior. He wanted to fuck me so bad. There was a guy in high school that I rejected a few times. He was a junior, no, we were both the same age. He should have. We were in the same grade. He should have been a junior though, because he was a little bit older. Or no, he was a grade younger than me, but he should have been a grade older because he was older than me. And I rejected him a few times. Cool guy. He was He was also he didn't realize he was autistic until after we got out of high school. He was just texting me once, and he was like, "No, I asked my mom, and she told me that I have Asperger's, and I just never knew." She just never clarified it to me, and I always just thought that I had trouble associating with people, and I was just like, makes sense, man. I had a lesbian friend. I had actually, now that I think about it, there was a few times some gay men hit on me. When I was a freshman, there was a senior that was into me. He wasn't like super trying to get after me or anything, but he just kept saying that I was cute and stuff like that. Yeah, gay guys aren't afraid of rejection. Be more like gay guys. It'll get you a lot farther. I try and turn off my mic before I cough because I feel like it'll break the sound barrier with this microphone. It's an awkward situation because at that age you start thinking, was there something I did wrong? But if someone is born a certain way, there's nothing you could have done to change that. Yeah, I don't know. I've always just tried. I don't think I've ever had a problem with rejection, but I haven't been rejected really, because I really haven't put myself out there that many times because, I feel like it's unnecessary. Let people come to you. There's somebody for everybody. You know what I mean? There was that couple that like abused their like children and like kept them caged up under the stairs, in their basement or whatever. If those people could find each other and like thought that was okay as a couple, I think you could probably find a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, it really is that simple. I have rejected more gay men than I have straight women. Yeah, probably same. It happens. It happens to the best of us, I always take it as a compliment. It means I'm doing something right.
After that, did she walk away? Did you?
She walked away. Everyone laughed at me. It was fucking
horrible. Shit.
Except for my friend who's like consoled me. It made me cry, to be honest.
When did you cry? There or later?
I walked away and started tearing up.
That sounds dramatic.
How much of the song did you play?
I was gonna ask the same question because I just looked it up. It is a 5.5 minute long song. How many verses did you get through?
I played a verse and doubled the chorus, and that was it.
So like, there's a couple minutes of good playing there.
Yeah.
And do you recall the look on her face as you played?
It was just kind of like, what the fuck is going on?
Were you worried as you were playing the song, like this is not going well?
I forgot the kids were adopted too. That whole situation was so fucked. Trump wanted to pardon them? If it was I don't remember if it was in Utah or not. If that's true, that's crazy. Trump's gonna pardon her. What did she do? She was just a victim of him too. She was a victim of the fucking. He looked like a peasant man. Like he had like peasant haircut.
Oh, for sure. You can get a vibe.
But you were committed. You were gonna keep playing.
Yeah. Fuck it. It was ballsy, and I looked back on it and was like, oh my god, that was so embarrassing.
No, not Ruby Frankie. Ruby Frankie is the one from Utah. I'm talking about this really creepy family. Yeah, this guy. These two. These two found each other and abused their children together. If they can find love, so can you. Now they had like 12 kids. They had like a bunch of kids that were like up to age like the Ruby. Is it the Ruby Frankie one? Was it? See, now I have all of my stories mixed up. Now all of my stories are mixed together. Because in that one, I remember the kids were like emaciated to the point of like there was like a 19-year-old or something that was like under 100 pounds. It was some shit like that. Little lad ass haircut for real. But let's move off from this. See, this is what I mean though. You have to accept rejection and just move on. There's plenty of fish in the sea. That's the point I'm making, right? Don't get caught up on, like the Bjork stalker. You don't need Bjork. There's someone that looks exactly and sounds exactly like Bjork that can do just as weird Icelandic music for you.
But I mean, I think it took balls for a kid junior in high school to do some shit like that.
Now let me ask you: is this like a popular girl that all the guys wanted?
Not really.
Okay, that would have made it more cringe.
Yeah, not really. I thought we were friends. We would talk, and I thought there might have been something there, but
he keeps saying that, like, yeah, bro, you probably were friends. You probably did get along. And honestly, that was probably off-putting to her because you might not have put the because the whole thing is I think I was always maybe I was always a little too clear to the girls that I was interested in because of that. Like, it was like I don't know. It's like you should be open to the conversation of talking, of going on a date, of hanging out, whatever. But I'm not gonna get like hung up on one girl that I think is just because I think they're attractive or whatever. You click on certain things, but you also only know them in certain contexts. You haven't seen them as much as you might think that you have. I don't know how I figured that out young, but I kind of did and didn't really. I was never much of a chaser. Maybe it's because I was a little overweight.
Fuck no, dude.
Cam's asking, was it Kylie Jenner?
No.
I know. I had that same thought.
It was not Kylie Jenner.
Well, you know what, Zach? That's a sweet thing. You took a shot. You put yourself out there, and God bless you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It sounds brutal, though.
We have a title yet? Nothing yet.
Oh,
it was horrible.
Did people goof on you at all for it afterwards?
There was like maybe a week or two of like just like laughing and like you got rejected.
Yeah, well, fuckers are they're too cowards to even take a shot, bitch.
Right. I'm like, who are you going with? I'm like, I'm not going with anyone, but who are you going with?
Exactly. You got balls, kid.
Did you end up getting another date? Did you go?
Junior year, no. Stayed home that year.
Well, I bet that girl regrets it now, so.
Yeah.
Now that you're the world famous Zach the Sound Lad.
True. The Mayo King.
Wearing this bitch and Teddy Fresh jacket.
Absolutely.
That's a great story.
Thank you.
How long did you cry for? Like a good long cry or like a small, just a few tears?
It was like an embarrassing, probably 5 minute of like, what the fuck did I just do? But my friend consoled me and he's like, bro, you gave it your all.
What a good guy.
That's a good friend.
Yeah, he's still my best friend, so.
Okay. Shout out. Right, what a guy. Yeah. You want to say his name so we can shout him out?
Wes, I love you. If you're watching this.
Nice guy, Wes. You're a good dude.
Wes is the man.
It's rare for friends to be that empathetic, I think, at that age, especially men.
Yeah. What are we going to do without him?
What are we going to do without empathetic men?
God.
Have you ever seen his cock, Zach? Do you know how long it is?
Actually, yeah, I have seen his cock.
Somehow I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, I didn't want to hear the answer to that, actually.
I mean, you're drunk and you go piss in a bathroom. I mean, we've pissed in some horrible places, but... Yeah. Just throw that out there.
Okay.
Do you want me to continue my line of questioning down this?
No.
Please don't. Want.
Anyone else got rejection stories since we're on the topic?
Mine, well, this sort of reminded me of a story I had. I asked this, it's a little bit different, but I asked this girl to a dance in middle school. And she said yes, and then we went to the dance, and I was too shy to talk to her the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
That was a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Brett, I don't know where you... I don't think that's true. And statistically, it's very easy for a straight guy to find a girlfriend since there are more women than men. There are more men than women. Globally, there are slightly more males than females. While more male babies are born, women tend to live longer, leading to more balanced sex ratio across the entire population. In the United States, there are currently... so in America specifically, there are more women than men. But I've always heard this, that there are like... Yeah, it's 101 males to 100 females is the global population. But there are slightly more in America. So in America, get on it, fellas. No wonder so many girls were lesbian when I was in middle school. There's so many of them.
Actually, I did have in middle school. I didn't even like write that off because it's so cringe. But I had the same thing. There was a girl I liked, and then we were like, "Oh, we both like each other," and then we would like, it was. I would go to her at lunch, not say anything, and hold her hand. We didn't talk, and then one of my friends would be there, and I would talk to him, and she would talk to her friend. And we would just hold hands and then leave. without talking to each other.
That is, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dan.
Well, that just kind of reminded me. I dated a girl in middle school in sort of a similar situation. Our thing though was that
I didn't think you were lying. I just assumed that because I just heard the opposite, and we're actually both true, Brett. We're both speaking facts and logic, so let's not argue.
That we like barely ever
together.
talked at school, but would pretty much exclusively our relationship existed on AOL Instant Messenger.
Oh yeah,
we would talk a ton on there, but then at school, it's not like we like avoided each other or anything, but like it was
ran in
like
different
just super
circles.
awkward, and like you were just describing, like at lunchtime, she would just be talking to her friends, and I would just be talking to my friends, and like didn't really interact at all. This is in like 7th grade or something. So,
Dude, guys are unlocking memories. Same shit with me, dude. AIM, AOL
Yeah,
Messenger.
AIM for
AIM,
sure.
we never
where it all went
talked.
down.
Me and this one girl I was dating, we never talked. I didn't know how to kiss. For whatever reason, she made out with me because she made out before, I guess. But we would only go to the movies, make out. That was it. Never talked, nothing. It's so fucking weird to think back of like a year.
Actually, that's right. The first girl I ever kissed was a similar thing. That was pretty much the extent of our relationship, was going behind the classroom after school and making out for like 10 minutes and then just being like, all right, bye.
It's so weird. Those
Little
relationships
12-year-olds.
are so weird.
Yep.
Olivia, you rejected someone from prom. That's pretty epic.
I did. Also, hi.
Oh yeah, we should probably explain what's going on.
She's in quarantine.
I have a little bit of a cold. So far, I've tested negative twice, and I'm gonna keep testing. We'll
How you
see.
feeling?
I feel fine. I just have like obvious physical symptoms of a cold.
Okay.
She's stuffed it.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. You know, it's COVID's not the only illness out there.
Olivia.
Olivia.
Oh.
I've been listening to Olivia the entire time.
Wow, Donald is tuned in, eh?
Whoa.
He's been listening to you
the entire time.
Wait, can I ask you? Are those Teddy Fresh necklace?
Yeah, I asked Lena
Oh,
if
hell
they were
yeah.
extras because I love them.
That looks great. Looks
Thank
good.
In high school, I really liked this guy who was a drummer. We flirted over Message, but then he asked out one of my best friends, so I asked out his brother. The family dinners at theirs family dinner at theirs was awkward. That is some boss shit right there. That's how you that's getting your get back, as they say.
All right, let's hear what it's like to be on the other side of the equation, not getting rejected.
Okay. So it was like a week before prom, and there was someone who was planning on asking me, and they had set it up with my friends. And so I knew that was happening, and that was my plan for prom. But then one day during lunch, before he had proposed to me, I went and I sat down with this kid who was like kind of weird, and he didn't have a lot of friends, and we just had a very normal conversation, but I could tell that he was like getting ready and like working himself up to something. And I think he had decided at lunch.
Olivia is one of those girls whose parents told her that to go sit by the kid who's sitting alone at lunch. I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing, that's a good thing, but you can tell that that's the type of parents she had, where she was just like, if you see some kid who's all by himself and doesn't have any friends and is being ostracized by everybody else, you go and sit by him and have lunch. See, I've always thought about that, and that's true to a degree. You always be open to the idea, but a lot of the time, those kids are there for a reason. And I don't mean that people are ostracizing them. I mean that they're kind of doing it to themselves. They're putting themselves off to the side, not wanting to associate with people, and trying to get invested in their world is not the smartest move.
Lunch that he was going to ask me, and he was like, so Olivia, like, will you go to prom with me? And I felt so badly. Obviously, if I didn't have plans, I would have just said yes. I don't really care, but I didn't know him really at all, but I had this set plan. So it sounded, I think he thought that it sounded like I was lying, and that made me he did. So I said, no, I'm so sorry. Like, my friends have this plan set up already. And then I wasn't proposed to that day. And that night, the boy sent me a bunch of like angry text messages.
Oh shit, you got red pilled. You black pilled a guy.
Yeah.
See that yeah, I never took it that far. You just deal with it. I mean, blaming the girl some black pill shit. He's too young to be black pilled.
It wasn't like you suck, you're a bitch. It was more like, hi, I have a question. Why wouldn't you just say no if you didn't want to go with me? And I was like, no, I promise, like, I have something lined up, but I really, it was not that. And he
That's the problem,
it was mortifying.
The problem with these guys is that
I think the problem with rejection is that a lot of the time it doesn't have like a root. A lot of the time you're just being rejected. Just no. Why? Because no. There's something internally that is pushing me and driving me away from you. I can't tell if it's physical, interpersonal, what, but it's a no. And I think that is what causes a lot of strife in people when they're like, oh, but why? Woe is me. How do I change myself for the better? I definitely don't think we're going to be early today, but I think I'm going to put up a poll here in just a second. Still, no title, no thumbnail. Crazy.
Like I predicted in the guidance counselor's office, he doesn't know that girl.
Yeah.
He's probably never talked to her.
Yeah, I empathize so much with her in that video. I can't even.
So how does it feel to be? It's got to feel good at least to be like desirable and to say no.
Feels horrible.
Oh come on! It feels amazing.
It feels horrible. I mean, there's a part of you that's like, hey. What's
Yes.
but that happens way later.
Right.
That's when you're telling your friends about it, and the emotions are less crazy because you just feel horrible.
Where would we be without men? They're doing impossible things. They're asking girls to go to the prom. Women are being propped up by men.
Anybody else got a story? Because we're way over for break. We got to go to break. Shoot.
Welcome back. Ian, you had a story I think you should share. It's a pretty good one.
Regarding the rejection or rejecting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had one that was rejecting someone, which
in high school, I tried to be nice to the weird girl, and then after a few months, she said, if I could, I would shoot up the school and I wouldn't save anybody. So I stopped talking to her. That scared me. I was the weird girl. Okay, not that weird. See, that's what I mean, though, is obviously everybody needs a friend, but you don't need to be you don't need to be people's therapists. Certain people need more than just a friend, and like you can't fix their home lives, you can't fix things, and you should be, point them in the right direction. Obviously, if there's something that you can, if you can relate on, then don't turn away from being their friend. But trying to insert yourself into a position that you have no understanding of could put you in a dangerous position, for real. And I think that really, if you want to do something good for somebody, maybe you try and do it slowly. You talk to other people first, get to know who they are from other people, talk to some teachers who might have had them, stuff like that. In high school, there was a kid who would speed walk or run everywhere during lunch. It freaked everyone out. He'd randomly yell at people, even if they were being nice to him. There was a kid at my school who had a YouTube channel. He was ahead of the curve. But he had a YouTube channel, and he at one point gave out pieces of paper with his YouTube tag on it, and gave it out to everyone. And was like, "Check me out on YouTube. Check me out on YouTube." And he just did gaming videos, and people were afraid that he was going to do something. They really were. He was all right. He was a little creepy. We used to follow girls around and stuff, and just say nothing. And that's what I mean by you kind of. It sounds bad to be you do this to yourself, but I do think that there's two types of people in this world. There's people that impose themselves onto others, and there's those who are imposed on. And if everybody is the one that is willing to be imposed on, then you don't have a lot of things overbearing and coming on to you and weighing you down. But when you have people that are just super abrasive and too in their own ways, of course you're going to be like kind of put to the wayside in certain conversations. And it sucks to say because everybody wants to be included, but if you want to be included, you have to make yourself like available in that way. I guess I got lucky that the weird kid in my school was an out and out bully, so no one wanted to be his friend. He got into a fight one day during lunch and got kicked out of school, I think. See, there was one kid who had like a messed up home life, like literally was in the foster care system, and like but he knew, like, he had went into the foster care system while he was going to school with us, so like we had seen kind of like the outcomes of all this stuff. And when we were young, I remember he attacked us with a Hot Wheel that was sharp once and like stabbed us with a Hot Wheel, and I fucking snatched it out of his hand and was like, teacher, here. He just fucking stabbed me with this. And then he went and cried and like he was like hitting his head against a pole and then went and cried. But then like years later, he was just this weird kid where literally he would just do stuff to try and like get people's approval. Like he took a trash can in high school, he took a trash can into the bathroom and took a shit in it and then pushed it back out into the cafeteria because other kids thought it would be funny. And that's insane. But the one thing that was crazy is he always had a Walmart fit on. He'd have like a Walmart t-shirt, Walmart jeans, but then he'd have a clean pair of shoes on. It'd always be like a different pair of Jordans or like just some crazy shit. Always. And I'm not even a shoe guy, and I just know because every time all the shoe guys would be like, yo bro, those are fucking crazy, those are sick. And I think that might have been his out. That was when he was able to kind of start more effectively interacting with people because he had this he had a way with shoes. But honestly, I talked to him too, and like my whole thing is I was never close friends with the weird kids, but I'd talk to them. Like if they were in my class or whatever, I just we'd have conversations. I never ostracized anybody because I just think that's stupid. We can have a conversation at the very least. We don't need to be friends. As a weird girl, I befriended an even weirder girl. We ended up using a necklace to talk to ghosts during class. It was all fun and games until she walked around school pretending to be possessed. My school had like furries, but not furries. They had they had a girl that wanted to be a dog and would pretend to be a dog, and she wore like the tail on her belt loop and like had like dog ears. And at lunch and during like we had what was called celebration, where it was basically like a 30 minute period. It was like a 30-minute period, I think, where basically it was celebration and remediation. Is that what they called it? Where basically if you qualified, you would go and go out and have fun, whatever, hang out with your friends. But then if you didn't qualify, you would stay in class and try and do like makeup work and stuff like that. And fuck, why did I just bring this up? I went on the tangent about about celebration. I completely forgot what I was saying now. Oh, and then they would be at that's what I was talking about, the fucking dog girl. I got caught up in celebration. The dog girl, sorry, back on topic, the dog girl. The dog girl, and she ended up like recruiting a bunch of other kids, and they all pretended to be dogs on the grass in the courtyard during lunch and celebration and all of these different things. And they would literally just go outside, crawl around on all fours, and bark at each other and bark at people that were like around. and they would like act like they're at a dog park, running like chasing each other on all fours. And I knew somebody who literally at one point went up with a ball and went, "Hey guys, fetch," and threw it. You can think it's fucked up and that he did, but like you're putting yourself too much, like you're putting yourself on the chopping block to do that at a public high school. And then eventually it went so far that the school forced this girl, the leader of the pack, to go and get therapy. Like she ended up having to go and get therapy, and I never saw her again. I don't know if her family moved her to a different school or what, but I remember that they literally forced her to get therapy, and they like disbanded the dog pack. Oh, we've got a title and thumbnail now? Am I the asshole? Whoa, reading Reddit stories. Yo, yabba dabba doo. Just had a memory that me and my BFF proposed to each other during physics class. We wore rings and matching outfits. Super gay vibes, LMAO. I knew in 7th grade there was a girl named Isis and a kid. The only reason I'm saying her name is because her name was Isis, and I was like, damn, that's a crazy name. But I guess I'll say his name too, because his name was Alex. It was Alex in chat. But it was a guy named Alex and a girl named Isis, and they got married. Shout out if you guys see this. I hope you're loving it up today. They weren't actually married, but I just remember them getting pissed off and yelling at people and being like, "We're getting married. We're engaged. We're fucking getting married, you stupid piece of shit." And like she would yell at people and be like, "He's my husband." And it was like, dog, we are in 7th grade. What are you talking about? Tales from I can't even do it. Tales from the Reddit. Tales from Reddit. Do all of them. I do love some Reddit stories. They do go pretty good. See, we just need some more personal stories from the crew, though.
Which was out of character because I was a total fucking doofus.
Heartbreaker, dude. Not quite.
No.
Somebody loved your ass. More than I could say for myself.
I was in middle school, and this girl, she was very sweet and nice, but that wasn't there, the thing. But she didn't ask me out. She asked her mom to call my mom without talking to me.
Oof.
And then I came home from school one day, and my mom was like, "We're going to go to the movies with this girl and her mom tomorrow, and you are going.
What was your initial
go see
thought?
Aragon."
What was your thought when were you like, okay, cool, movies, or were you like, why are we meeting them?
I was not happy.
You knew? Did you know?
Well, when she told me, yeah. I mean, I didn't anticipate it happening like that, but I was like, and she's like, we gotta go. Don't be mean. Don't be mean.
Oof, mom.
Yeah.
No, I know Isis was an Egyptian goddess, but I just find it funny because it was right in that era of when Al-Qaeda was disbanding and when ISIS was like, rising. And so hearing it, like, it was the first time I'd ever heard the name, and I was like, what? Huh?
She's sweet. My mom's very sweet, and she didn't want to hurt any feelings, and so we went, and I was like anxious the whole time because it was just like two moms hovering on either side, and we were just sitting there.
So you guys sat next to each other with the moms on both. That's awesome.
Yes.
That's epic.
And then the movie was awful too, so I didn't even get that.
Which movie was it?
Aragon.
Aragon?
Aragon.
He had his own movie?
Yeah.
No, not Aragorn.
Oh, Aragorn. Who's Aragon?
Based
It
on the
was
book.
it's like about dragons or something,
Yeah,
right?
like
It's
a dragon fantasy movie.
It seems like they totally ripped off Aragon. Now I'm confused whose name's whose.
Is Aragon with an E, E-R-A-G-O-N.
Why they shouldn't have picked that name for that character?
Well, talk to Christopher Poloni,
That's
the writer.
bullshit. Especially if it's a movie about dragon and fantasy. I mean, that's such a Lord of the Rings rip. How dare you?
Yeah, movie was rough. And then after they were like, let's go to the arcade. It was an
That's
arcade
fun.
next door.
Love that.
And I wanted to go home so bad. And we went to the arcade, and I immediately bolted and I hid in one of those like Jurassic Park arcade machine. You know, with the you close the curtains and you go sit inside.
You went in solo?
I went and hid in one.
Oh yeah.
To wait it out.
That's good.
And she, after about 20 minutes, I sat in there killing time. There was a big arcade. It was really big. She found me and she got in the machine.
Nice.
And I bolted out the other curtain.
Oh no, that's
very awkward. No social skills.
I don't know if that's awkward. That's just like really rude.
Oh yeah.
I was very young.
I mean, it was awkward for her for sure.
Cheeks?
But
What?
You didn't clap those cheeks?
I was
in
like
seventh
12,
grade.
bro. What the fuck?
Sorry.
Just gonna leave the camera on you for a little bit there. Just sit in that.
Bask in that.
Bask in what you just
I
did.
stand by what I said.
Even after finding out they're 12?
it was a
You can
question.
still take it back.
It was a question and nothing more.
It's not too late.
It's not too late to take it back.
Okay. But yeah.
Delete me from this conversation.
But yeah, very awkward. I felt really bad when I thought about it. You know, not at the time.
Me and my friends used to get bullied in the locker room in gym class by other groups of girls who would call us lesbians. Show them who's the real lesbian. Start kissing them. See what happens. I was trying to think of a comeback, and that's literally all I could think of. Someone calls you gay, you just start making out with them. Show them who's really gay.
Because I was a dumb little kid, but now I'm like, that was so fucking rude.
Well, you know, we're not good at processing emotions at that age. And looking back, this has unlocked a lot of memories for me. When I would go on dates with girls, even in high school, I was so fucking nervous and anxious. It was just like crippling. It was just so serious, you know. I wonder, I've been married for so long now.
Ashwagandha.
You know, I'll never date again, but like, I wonder if I were to date at this age, if I would still be so fucking anxious and worried all the time, if it's any better. Or if now that you're more mature.
Probably. Yeah, probably not.
The Rolls Royce might help.
Yeah.
The Rolls Royce? You think that'd do it?
This time when Sam's mom called my mom, it went way better this time.
Right.
I didn't leave the arcade machine.
That's sweet. You guys did the Jurassic Park together?
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's awesome.
What a heartwarming. I love that.
Well, that explains the jungle room. It all came full circle.
That's interesting. It's fun to go down these memories. It's just unlocking so many old emotions, man.
I apologize for saying if you clap those cheeks.
You took it back. Okay,
Way
no, it's
too
okay.
late.
You said I stand by what I said.
I didn't.
He took it back. Let's not hold it against him. He took it back. He came around.
I take it back.
Yeah, he took it back.
He's just asking questions. I don't see what the problem is. He's genuinely just a little curious. I guess we can start another one, and we'll save that one for we'll finish it off next week.
You guys want to do this embarrassing story thing?
But we only have a few more minutes until they're supposed to start. We'll see if they actually do. This is definitely just a placeholder for now. If they read Reddit stories for the whole episode, we're gonna have we're in store for a banger. But I don't buy it, I have to say. I did kiss my best friend because we were called lesbians. It half worked. I turned out bisexual. That's just called exploring yourself, you know, just really trying to figure yourself out. What's wrong with that? Yeah, what of it? You're a lesbian. Yeah, what of it? Yeah, so? And? That got too silly. We really juiced that highlight. Hey, you have to. Gotta keep the time going, the time flowing. Time flies when you're having fun. Am I right, chat? Everybody drop a like on this video right now. Everybody drop a like and subscribe on the stream right now.
Because I have like 3 and one just came to me.
Okay.
So we're going to do a story time right now where we're all going to share our cringe moment.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to go first because something just occurred to me about when I was in high school and I was super self-conscious about my look, like utterly just, I would look in the mirror and I would like ruin my day I would look at a photo of myself and it would just ruin my day. Like, it was so bad.
Mm.
And I just stopped looking at photos of myself and looking in the mirror, which was great.
Take it easy, Brett.
But anyway, I was so upset. I would start plucking my eyebrows, and you know, there's like a tiny bit in the middle that I don't pluck anymore. But I start there. You take it too far, right? You know what I mean? You pluck in the middle, and then the top, you know, and then the side, and then all of a sudden, you're all.
I one time let someone thread my eyebrows, and I didn't like the way it looked after. I do have an issue where I just shave my unibrow now every time that I shave. When I forget, it ends up getting too thick, and then I look ugly. I'm sad. Should I assert dominance and let it bush out, let it grow?
Obviously going for a natural look, but then all of a sudden you got these little pencil thin eyebrows,
Right.
and it just looks mangled and like just horrible.
Yeah.
So every day I'm going deeper and deeper, and not realizing how like horrible I'm looking.
Oh wow.
Fat Ethan without facial hair looks so strange, LMAO. This is his jolliest form right here.
And it happened one time. I was at dinner with my whole family, and it was my brother-in-law who said this of all people. I don't know why he was the one, but I'm grateful. And he goes, "Yo, Ethan," and I didn't even think anybody knew that I was plucking my eyebrows because I found it embarrassing. I was like humiliated by it for some reason. And he's like, "Ethan, you're going too crazy with the eyebrows, dude. You gotta stop." He just said that to me in front of the whole family, and I don't know why my dumb prepubescent brain, it was like, oh my god, they know, everybody knows, not them, everybody knows. I've been going to school like this for like a month. Everybody knows that I'm massacring my eyebrows.
Sheesh.
It was a moment of pure terror, and I never plucked another eyebrow hair again as long as I lived. Yeah.
So you were doing it out of stress? Or
No, I was trying to look good.
Oh.
I was trying to shape my eyebrows. Because I would look at the cute boys that other girls like, and I was like, you know what's the difference between me and them? Their eyebrows. Swear to God. You're so stupid back then in middle school.
Oh, God.
I'd be like, that's why she likes him and not me, because his eyebrows look perfect.
It's you gotta just try everything out until something works.
And so I was trying to make me have these cute boy, eyebrows. I would look at dudes and be like, he has such striking eyebrows. Swear to God.
I do my own eyebrows too, by the way.
Yeah, you have crazy eyebrows.
And
People say that about you.
I do hate sometimes if I'll go too much and then it becomes too thin or something. I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one.
As a young man, I found it very humiliating to even think that I was doing it, because I was like, oh, this isn't masculine to be plucking my eyebrows, and I felt very demasculated.
I think that was a thing in our age. Yeah.
Say what? What'd you say, Dan?
It's emasculated.
Thank you.
I was about to correct him too.
Just emasculated.
I feel like today it's more normal for
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jersey Shore kind of made it more mainstream
Oh,
with the
maybe.
GTL, because before that, no guys would ever admit.
Right.
And then
I don't think any guys that thought that it was like weird to trim your eyebrows before watched Jersey Shore and went, now it's cool. I think they're probably yelling, homosexual slurs. They're either yelling LGBTQ slurs at the TV whenever Jersey Shore comes on.
and they're all like, oh, it's it's part of the look now.
I hate to even admit it that I still find it embarrassing for some reason to even I don't know. It's just such a deep trauma to me. It's such a deep trauma to me. Of course, there's nothing wrong with it. There you have it. I've got 2 more stories. You guys want to hear them, or you want to go do yours?
I want to hear them.
Either way, we can go around. Why don't we do ours and then we'll come back around to you?
Yeah.
Zach's not here, but he already told us how he shit on the lawn.
Right.
Well, we mentioned that, and he was like, "That's not my story. I'm not embarrassed by that."
Yeah. I was like, "You should be."
He's like, "That wasn't cringe."
What is he embarrassed by?
Eli, do you have one? You want to go?
I actually don't, because you guys only.
Damn, Alex, that's the real problem. See, In middle school, I didn't know how to talk to girls, so I looked up how to online and found nothing but courses. The truth is, I couldn't talk to girls because I was stupid and 13. See, that is how people like Fresh and Fit get popular, because nowadays it's kids going, Mom, can you buy me this Fortnite skin? Mom, can you buy me this Fresh and Fit course? Buy me this new Andrew Tate course. And the parents just don't give a shit. They're like, here's another fucking $20 for V-Bucks or whatever the hell you're spending it on. And then they're just buying fucking how to yell at women. Okay, we're already 1 minute late. It started, but it hasn't started because we're 1 minute late.
Told me about this yesterday.
I thought you were
last
sitting
night.
and you said, oh, you have one. Come on.
I have a joke for you.
A joke?
So ask me what is my story, my cringe story.
What's your cringe story?
My whole life.
Oh my God! Stop it.
Oh boy.
That's not funny.
Oh,
you're alive. You are amazing. You're not cringe.
I don't know.
You're cool as fuck.
Do you have one that you can remember for me?
I do love when a guy cares a little bit more than average about their looks. See, I think that realistically, you should care about your hygiene and your presentation. That is true. But to care about your I think that it reaches a level of vanity with men very quickly, and I think that that's kind of the issue, is that if men could do it without being super vain, it would probably look a lot better on them. But any guy that's even a little bit hot acts like a douchebag, so it's like, come on, man. You gotta pull it off.
Because I feel like you know everything about me.
You told me a story about when you and your friends were like getting drunk for the first time you drank, and it was like a total shit show. But I don't know if that's
I don't know if
cringe
it's
or
embarrassing. I mean,
what about the restaurant that made you wear lipstick and a dress?
Is it a cringe story?
I don't know. It's interesting though. It's a powerful woman's story.
Sure.
But it's you felt embarrassed to have to go wait tables like with lipstick and a dress, right?
Yeah. So I was going to school and I had to work at the same time. So I was doing a lot of like waitressing jobs. So one of them, in one of them they were like, here's the uniform, and it's like a little black dress, and they're like, you have to wear that and a red lipstick, and I was like, I don't even remember the details anymore, but I was just not comfortable with that, so I quit.
Oh well, very good. I don't know if there was more details.
I think we're mixing up two stories. One was the black dress, and I was not cool with that. Another one was, first of all, they made us like bring our own clothes, but they were very specific. Like, you need to wear this white button-up shirt.
That's always my worst. Like, I hate that when jobs or anything requires uniform, but then make you purchase your own uniform. Because, like, at the very least, like, can't wait till my first check comes through. Keep me in the back. What's up?
Black pants, black shoes. And I didn't have that stuff. I had to go buy it, especially for this job. And then it was like New Year's Eve or something, and they were like, today we want you all to wear red lipstick. So I was like, I'm not doing that. Bye.
They fired you?
I left.
Okay, not that embarrassing.
Because it was like non-negotiable.
I remember it being more traumatic.
I don't want to wear...
Stand up, Hila. Stand up. Wow. Incredible. What a story, huh? All right, who's next? Ian, go ahead. Stand up, Ian.
Ian, please stand up.
Stand up, Ian. Thank you.
The way the clapping stopped.
Ian, why are you looking like Jumanji looking ass, by the way? Show Ian. Like, why are we not even going to acknowledge that Ian looks like Jumanji?
He's back.
Ian, please stand up.
I don't know.
Please stand up.
Stand
Ian,
up.
please stand up. Ian, please stand up.
Ian, why do you have like a realistic Jumanji
Ian, please
outfit?
stand up.
I just grabbed some out of the closet on the way.
Ian.
Is this the new Yeezy?
Can I keep pressing the wrong button and it makes you freak out, but I get it. Let me just do it. I just like when that happens.
Oh my god.
What kind of setting could possibly...
That's my fault.
It's the Zoom call. It's your feed on the Zoom call, and then he takes
Endless
it,
loop.
and then
that's
it
kinda
creates an
interesting.
endless
Here,
loop.
try to do one like this. Watch.
Go ahead and do a face. Oh wait, whoops, it was on Dan. Hold on, try it.
Oh my god!
Oh, here we fucking go!
Wait, can you do it so it zooms on my face?
But wait, do
it
people
kind of
see
goes
it?
along
Oh,
with
yeah.
whatever motion. So Ethan, do like
try to move.
Yeah, thrust forward right as he does it.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, do it again.
That's terrifying.
Pretty spooky.
Reminds me of Han Solo being frozen.
Carbonite.
Thank you.
What a great clip, guys! You could have cut this part out.
Anyway, Ian, tell me your embarrassing.
This is
cringe
bullshit.
moment.
This must have been before Love's time.
Ian.
We're on a set clock. We only have so much time to listen to these amazing stories.
The first one that.
Ian.
Go ahead, Ian. Go ahead.
The first one that pops into my head was the
Let
first
him
day of high school,
speak!
where obviously, as you can tell, I'm a super fashionable guy, very hand on the pulse. And
Well, show them what you're wearing. Don't joke. You're in the
Well, you can see. I mean, it's
No,
not-
show them your feet.
Oh.
You're in the Jumanji outfit, but you're not really committed because you're wearing Yeezys, bruh. You should be wearing some like leaves or some shit or some tree bark.
I think Robin Williams in Jumanji is the target for this type of fashion.
What year is it?
Yeah.
Are Yeezys out yet?
So it was the first day, and I got to school, big hallway, it's packed, everyone at the lockers and everything. And my backpack, I didn't realize that this wasn't cool at the time because I thought it was really cool in middle school. But I walked in and it was a roller backpack. So, I said...
I do remember this. Having a roller backpack is just... I don't think there was even a time in middle school or in elementary school that I thought it would have been cool. If I would have seen someone with a roller backpack, my first instinct as a little kid probably would have been to try and kick the back wheel. Just kick a wheel and see if I could knock it over.
And I went... whoosh, and then you roll it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And the moment I started doing that, every single person in the hallway just looked right at me like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I was the only person in the entire high school that I saw that entire day with a roller backpack. And I carried it like in my hands for the rest of the day because I was so ashamed. I had a lot of, fashion faux pas in high school.
I remember that about middle school and high school is like, people made fun of you if you had one of those rolly backpacks.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on a second. What possessed you to get the rolly backpack, Ian? Was that on fashion, or how did you make this fashion faux pas?
I mean, it was convenience.
You made a risk. You made a risk, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah. I also I had Heelys on too.
Oh, shit.
No, you did not.
You were
making that
fully
part
mobile.
up.
Everything was rolling.
Your
that
whole
day.
life was on wheels at that time.
Did you use them at the same time? Were you rolling?
Rolling while rolling?
A little. Oh my God! I keep pressing. Let me press the.
It's hard
first
to
button
talk
real
and
quick.
switch, isn't it?
Hold
It's
on.
tough.
There we go.
Yeah.
That was the one I was looking for.
See, uniforms do suck, but they need to bring back the H3 uniforms. We had them for a little bit, but they could do them again. I like the fishnet. It looked good.
A little later on, I embraced the meme with the rollies, and people were like, "Where can I get some?" But
that's good.
The
You want 'em
first
over.
day, it was rough. It was a rough day.
Don't worry, you won't need a rolly backpack soon enough. You'll have a little robot that can carry around your bag for you.
Yeah, that's not a good feeling.
You are a trendsetter. Ewan's ready to roll into a whole pile of bitches.
Whoa,
Ewan was
okay.
ready to be like, I'm about to get laid.
Hell yeah, bro.
You know what? I just remembered one that maybe could work here.
Okay, please stand up, Ela. Stand up, Ela.
Ian, please stand up.
Shredder gets upset every
I know.
time.
Shredder, stand up, Shredder.
All right.
All right, thank you. Stand
Ela,
up. That's
please-
a quick one.
Please
Go ahead.
stand up. Please stand up.
So, it was when I was at the army, and I all of a sudden had this awful stomach pain.
Is this a poop story?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Hila's about to share a poop story. Let's go.
Oh
It's
no.
not that embarrassing.
Oh,
but,
no.
like just a little like.
Good luck.
So it was. I never had such a bad pain. I thought it was like something is wrong, and I called my superiors, and I was like, my stomach, something is not right.
Wow.
And they're like, let's get the paramedic. And
I can say I did find it funny how on the podcast that they were getting up, like Dan was sticking up for the wirebacks. He said that that one's more offensive. They're all derivatives of other slurs. Clanker is a derivative of another slur. What were the other? Like they're all just they quite literally all are just derivatives of other things that you call different races. But I do find wireback to be one of the funniest, if I'm being honest, and I can say that as a half Mexican.
No, this is amazing.
Or what do they say? It's like you can't say it unless you're from. I've heard a thing where don't they say like I heard someone say before like wetback is specifically Guatemalan people or something.
This is amazing.
So they check me and everything seems fine, and they're like, maybe it's period, and I'm like, no, I didn't get my period. And,
They're like, look, nothing's wrong.
Okay, it is Mexicans. Can we take instead of saying wetback, can we say the W word? Can we say the W word now? As a Mexican, I approve. Yeah, exactly. I think that's just the problem is just any type of anybody in like any type of Hispanic culture kind of laugh at those things anyways. Like, does anybody get offended by when someone calls them a beaner or something? I've heard more Mexicans call each other beaners than I've ever heard people use it as a slur. So I don't know.
I'm like, this, I can't even.
It does feel a bit far, I will say. Clanker is from Star Wars Clone Wars. Listen, it's how I was raised. I ain't no clanker lover. I saw a whole bit that someone did where they were outside, like on their patio, and it was like my daughter coming home with her robot boyfriend in the year 2050 or something, and all I could imagine was all of the neighbors, sort of like in like the nearby houses, just hearing this guy scream about clankers. It was hilarious. But I also always say please and thank you to ChatGPT. Be ready, they will remember. Unless they get wiped before that, but you know. They might remember. If you create a word to substitute a slur, does that substitution not become the slur? It does, but I think that it loses connotation, right? Like it loses the oomph. Like, and most of the time, I think it would have to, like, if you just said, I'm saying, like, floofy instead of the N word, and you just go around calling black people floofy all the time, like, I think people would kind of start catching on to what you're doing, but I do think the, like, gravity that it would hold would probably feel degraded, for sure. Beaner was huge in Michigan when I was growing up, and there were basically no Mexicans here back then. That's interesting. The thing is, wetback does sound aggressive to me as a Mexican, but I'm not Mexican-American. But beaner just sounds so funny to me. I do eat beans almost every day, so it sounds very funny. See, I think that most of them, does beaner come from anywhere else other than just beans? Because, like, the whole thing is people don't know about, like, where cracker comes from it being, like, about cracking the whip and all that. Like, I think that's kind of funny. See, I will say that it is true that wetback is definitely a lot worse than beaner, that's for sure. At least in the way that they sound and the usage. But again, it's also like Can you call someone in Mexico? Because I think that it's only a slur you could use for Mexican Americans, right? Because what you're saying is that they came across the border illegally. So if you used it against like someone in Mexico, you'd probably just be stupid too. But I guess it's also like either way, the person using it is just someone trying to be offensive. You can call non-descendants of slaves the N-word, and it's still gonna hit pretty hard. Beaner really rolls off the tongue. Here, let me look up this slur now. What's the etymology, the usage? Oh, okay, yeah. I guess it makes sense. It's like how you some people call Germans kraut, Irish people spud munchers, French people frogs. It evolved from previous slurs such as bean eater and bean bandit. That's okay. That's kind of crazy. Bunch of bean bandits. Yeah, that sounds a little that hits a little hard, I have to say. A little more weight on that one. I'm not Mexican, but I've been called all the Mexican slurs because racists are that dumb. Even been called the N-word. Yeah, no, I think because the whole thing is that it's not even necessarily that they're at a certain level they're not trying to even offend you. They just want to offend minority peoples as a whole. So it's like if I say enough, it'll just offend you as even if it's not offending you individually, it'll make you feel as part of a collective that I despise. Which is also crazy. Yeah. No, trust me, it's fair. I'm not saying that it's invalid to be upset about it. I just think that it's funny that it does seem like Mexicans care a lot less than a lot of other races do about their slurs.
Then it was like really worrying. Everyone was worrying for me. And
I've never understood the S slur. Is it just supposed to be O for Hispanic? I think maybe. I don't know if I can say that one on here. That one might actually get me in trouble on YouTube.
then I don't know, like
I
a
don't
few
know where that
minutes
one comes from,
later,
actually.
I had
Probably
to go
just
to the
Hispanic.
bathroom. And it was just like I had to poop, and then after I pooped, it was fine.
Did you have to tell everyone that you pooped? Or were you just like, I'm feeling bad?
Oh, no, yeah. It's supposed to be because they speak the English, so it's supposed to be like the way they say speak. No speak the English is what it says in the AI overview. Yeah, that's one theory at least, and then others theorize that it's just a shortening of Hispanic. Some sources indicate why was the that's weird that they use that one as the first one. Some sources indicate the slur might have been used to refer to people of Italian descent, though this is less common now. I've never heard it used for... Interesting. I'm so owned. Oh no, internet tough guy's back. Fuck. Whatever will I do now? But that backflip though, so
I
true.
told a couple of people.
But did you tell the pet because there was like a whole commotion about it?
I was just like, it's fine.
It took me a second. Everyone knows it. I mean, everyone knows the S word for Hispanics, but I think that everybody's just heard it because it's not. It's just kind of it's another commonplace one.
I don't find out.
They probably got it. They're probably like, she just took a massive dump. Was it gassy poop?
I've heard it. I've definitely heard it. But again, I've mostly heard it from like the main context I've heard a lot of these are like Mexican girls I went to school with, like talking shit to each other. That's like most of the usage I've heard of these words. And like talking to like other Hispanic boys and stuff.
I honestly don't remember. I just remember like how
That's embarrassing.
the pain was really.
I've had
new thumbnail. Or did it change? Oh, I do not like any of. I don't like any of my friends. Am I the problem? Oh, okay, that's just new title. Am I the problem? Okay. They tried to get rid of asshole, probably.
Oops, like that before, honestly, where you get
I
so much
was
abdominal
worried.
pain.
The S word is swell. The S word is something bad.
I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, when you live usually the diet she's on in the army it doesn't surprise me if you had like killer death-inducing boobs.
Candies, coffee, cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
Shitty army food with a lot of oil.
Did it sound like that?
Maybe. I think I erased it from my memory.
That's great. We all have embarrassing poop stories. That's the best thing about pooping.
Yeah.
I mean, one of my embarrassing stories was when I was in Vegas and shit myself.
Right.
I was with my family.
Wait, like a week ago? Or
No,
this was, I think I was in college at the time.
Okay.
I was with my family, and I got like really sick from either food poisoning or I got a fever or something, a flu. And I was playing poker. I was having so much fun. I was doing good, just enjoying myself. And then all of a sudden, it was like one of these moments where I'm playing cards, and it was like, and I oop. And I was like, oh, buddy. So I cashed out. I'm wearing basketball shorts, like elastic, kind of athletic. And I am walking to the bath.
There's an S-slur that we have in Mexico for South Americans I didn't know about either until I was like 20. I will say it's pretty funny. Yeah, the shark soundbite is pretty bad, I have to say. I'm trying to just ignore it. You don't see a link for today's show? It's up. The episode's going. Let's see if Dan ever added it so I can, I doubt it. He must have ignored Alex's email. He said, fuck this guy, Alex. Who gives a shit about him? Analytics, not analytics. Customization. Can I add a redirect to the H3 podcast? Let's see. H3 podcast. The H3 podcast. No, I can't. Why don't they want the redirect, huh? Zionist much? Get owned with that by let epic fart with reverb. That with the old internet. I don't even know what to call these. Like the troll guy and different drawings. We've come so far into Wojaks and Soyjacks and all that. What were the old troll faces called?
The hotel room.
Who remembers Pedo Bear, am I right?
That I'm sharing with my brother. And I farted, and it wasn't just like, it was a shark, but it was running down my leg.
I think I brought this up on another stream. Can we talk about Pedo Bear for a second? How crazy is it that there was a meme that was totally just like, this guy's gonna come rape you. This bear is gonna come molest you. This is what I mean by like the old internet really was just a fucking, yeah, Rage Comics, yeah. It's based, don't at me. Is Pedo Bear's based for you? Bro thinks Pedo Bear's based. I just remember how popular it was, and then I completely forgot about it until just one random day in like 2024, and it just like came back to me like a Pedo Bear image. Oh.
Welcome everybody to the H3 show.
I had two windows open and they both started perfectly on the same time. But okay, there we go. I really do appreciate everybody that stopped in. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. We've had so much fun, so much going on. I'm going to be streaming more this weekend. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff. But I really do appreciate everybody that stopped in. Remember, like and subscribe fucking now. I'm telling you, this isn't an ask. This is a demand. Now it's a beg. Please, please do. But again, I really do appreciate everybody that stopped in. This is Captain Quasar signing off.